Hello everybody, my name is Pimp from Pimp without a P, and I am here once again with partner thirdstrike.com with a new game called The Sinking City. Now, I've just seen a very teensy bit of this game and it looked a bit like a Resident Evil. Resident Evil combined with Cthulhu, I guess, with Lovecraft. The starting screen looks amazing. I have to say, I'm very hot. Very, very hot right now. It's been 36 degrees for half the day here. And excuse me if I sometimes drink a bit of water because it's really needed right now. And what else to cool us off besides a game about a sinking city? Or, well, about water at least, I hope. Something we could very well use in this time right now. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts, I think that is. I don't know. It turns out that your assumption was that it turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe you have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vandenberg. Or as we would say in Dutch, Johannes van der Berg. Yes, the vendor. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at right now. What? Oh, he's dreaming now, or is this just the normal reality over there? Jump! I mean, don't jump! Oh, I can't jump anyway? Yay! Woo! Well, that certainly set the tone for the rest of the game, I guess. How do
Never
I
trust a tourist advertisement?
Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched it. I don't know, wait. We already saw this one. This is like the start. Okay. I don't have to read it. Press C to activate. I'm like a detective or something. Oh, Jesus, sorry. Just pressing buttons. Apparently I'm going wild if I do so. What? Gunpowder, gold. Ah, it's a gun. Woohoo! That's the most sensitive gun I've ever handled. The way I can easily word it. Okay. Can I also, like, go back instead
I
of
never
watching
have
this?
to use it, but something tells me I will.
Yeah, because I'm in a game. I know I'm in a game. Wait, the gun was evidence? Am I evidence? Oh. Hey, Bobby.
Now get out.
Okay.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
What's the deal with the city?
It's no easy task. Most maps I've found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
I have no idea what's going
What
on.
about this flood?
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
How can I find...
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Well, so do you.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. This is... It's
Thanks
confusing anyway, so...
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds...
Okay. I like the graphical parts, the shining on my own leather jacket and stuff, and the backpack. That looks really good. But other than that, it gives off a bit. It gives off a bit of a weird vibe, doesn't it? It's a bit like. It has something like Alien Noir, but it's just kind of weird, I guess. Maybe that's how it's intended. It's a bit weird and unexplained, like Alice Madness Returns or games like
I don't
those.
care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, Perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
But this is a bad thing to say, I guess.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city.
So they're just...
Okay.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us. Not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply...
Okay, I guess anything can happen in this
Speak
game.
to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just...
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect. Out. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need some...
Dane, did you not listen at all? This fisherman supposedly brought...
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious.
Okay.
Where's that?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a...
As much as I'm in...
Find my son.
Yeah, this is totally not the game that I expected as far as it is now. I thought it would really be a horror game or horror action or something. But right now it's kinda timid. A bit more fantasy-like, a bit more investigation. I like how they set things up though, but yeah, so far I don't know what to make of the gameplay because there hasn't really been any yet. Ooh.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Well, I found you! You didn't expect that. Also, like, how does he even know? Oh, well, whatever.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What?
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr.
Oh.
I want to know
Tell me
what
a
happened
boring
here.
story.
Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant.
Tell me about you.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking any.
Who is this?
Outsider, show some respect.
Sorry. We're all...
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton, and I have no idea what Lewis or... Please, Detective? Sir?
I don't know yet, Will. The police...
Mind Palace 2. Whoa. That's a really cool effect though.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Yes, let me steal your metal scrap. Okay.
I barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
What?
5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
What? I'm so confused.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Maybe I should just go back downstairs. Ooh,
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Jesus, there's so much I can do.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing.
Wait, what
let
was
alone
there a
tossing
button
it
I had
over
to
like
press?
this.
I thought it said T, but maybe I'm just confused. Mark the scenes in chronological order. Oh, but I'm not in the thing, right? Do I have to check? Ah, okay.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I think like this.
What?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay. I did good, I guess. Even though I'm still a bit confused, but let's just pretend I just only did good.
I gave you clear instructions.
Oh, shut up.
Did I not? I'm
just walking towards the hourglass on the radar. The looking glass, not the hourglass. Can I run faster? I can crouch. That's slightly faster. What did I miss then? Or are these just like points of interest? What am I missing? Police line. Maybe this is the other spot of investigation. Yes.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Like to hear, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Oh, there it is. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throckmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There is... We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor... I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. Can I give the ape man the will, perhaps? Yes.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
So, is this sound like apes against fishes? What?
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Okay. Okay. What's at the Mind Palace? I looked at it already, man. Ooh, I can... Wait, what? Okay. Combined crews. How? No? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. It's like a puzzle. You can actually try everything out as well. Oh, these two then. What? Follow the omens. Mindsight can reveal omens that guide your way, following them to fight new enemies. I'm starting to feel that this game actually has a lot more to say than I initially thought, man. I'm so supernatural detective. I'm amazing. Oh shit, what's that? What? Shell casing.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Am I missing something? Oh, over here.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Okay, I'll go in. Wait, what's here? Their house. This.
There's something in the pocket.
That's a perfectly ripped out pocket. Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter!
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I feel like I have to shoot something. Why? Ooh.
The door
Bad luck. I shot off a melee attack.
budge.
Melee. Well, I know how to hit things by now, because that's all I've been doing. Ah. What's that? Oh, fuck that! Wait, how do I... Oh wait, I can hit him, right? There you go. There he is, there he is. Come on then. Damn, boy. I'm gonna die.
The blood is fresh.
Oh.
Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I wanted to shoot him, but then I was like, I don't know how to shoot. But this is better, I guess.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Albert was murdered. He's still alive. Are you still alive? No. All evidence. Nothing else going on here then? That's not. I'm actually highly amused by this game by now. It was a bit of a rough start, but I kind of feel, you know, it's very original in its own way. Mostly when I play a game, because I played so many, I kind of know what to expect, but now I really just don't, so that automatically keeps the tension a bit higher. Though I should just go here, I guess, now? Or should I still... Oh, whoop, sorry. Randomly killing people that's telling me to do something. Am I still missing something? Because it said I had all clues, right? So.
Mr. Throgmorton.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
Oh my god.
Thorough one.
What kind of private eye are you?
No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help.
Okay. So, where am I going right now? Wait, does green mean... Wait, do I have a map? What does this mean? Yes. All evidence collected. Key evidence collected. So... What was the place again that I had to go? The bar in Oakland Wharf, but I don't know where it is, man. Well, maybe this looks like a place where they would keep a bar somewhere. I guess. Kinda. Oh, there's the bar. I was right. Who is this?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Okay, good talk. Thanks.
I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Well, the game got stuck. Amazing. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, there we go. Back
Stay
at the bar.
alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
None.
Seems a little generic.
I see many things, boy, and I will tell you them in detail for a small...
Alright, how...
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
I don't want to spend my bullets.
Some other time. Maybe.
As you...
I feel like I need my bullets, man.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Boy. He's just going around telling people, oh, I've seen some creatures, man. I've seen some creatures. Man, did you see these creatures? Wait, I'm gonna steal your stuff. Thank you. Perhaps this game is like slowly building up towards being more of a Resident Evil, Evil Within type of game. I don't know. Like all the materials I'm picking up right now.
Get them! Oh.
Okay.
Hey, who are you? What are you
Oh,
doing?
Jesus.
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
This guy is brutal. Why do you look like that?
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons.
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family.
What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Family. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me...
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've...
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Have mercy, please.
I do believe him,
I have
though.
a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak, and plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
Alright. Ooh, you can actually make a choice as well. Okay, so you actually gather evidence, then you have to link things together to kind of build a case, and eventually you also get to make choices, all packed together with what probably will be some type of action survival game. So there's plenty of stuff here, I would say. Poop.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicably I followed
Yeah,
an expedition
I know.
to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calming from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
An interesting concept though, because if it's probably like a horror survival something, you also, you kind of have to choose between being more on the safe side with fighting off the creatures, or if you actually want to barter more and gather more information this way.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Alright, this was just the introduction, but I'm gonna end it here anyway because I'm sweating so bad. It's like so warm in here right now, and yeah, actually the game kinda got me hooked for now. I'm very curious about what's next. I hoped there will be a little more action involved, but yeah, it's a good thing so far. Anyway, I think I will play it again tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Have a good night.